Back in 2003, when Carlos and I were in Iraq, I got blown up with a roadside bomb. I had temporary vision loss as a result of that, hearing loss, legally deaf, and peace of mind. So that's just the beginning of it. So in October, 2 years ago, my father-in-law died, and my father. On 1 December, my gram, who was my best friend, died. In April, the following April, my service dog had to be put to sleep. And in September, we lost our first grandson, Judah. Everyone told me through just the grieving process, year 2 is worse than year 1, so. And I'm like, Jesus, like I can't even, like year 1 was hell. I just spent so many days in bed, so many days crying, so many days just not showing up for people. Malachi 3:10 says, bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. Test me in this, says the Lord, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough for you to store it. For 20 years, I held on to this verse, and more in the last 18 months with all the loss that we faced. And 2 years after the beginning of our season of loss, on 1 December, it was almost 20 years to the day, actually. I went to transfer my paycheck that I get from VA into my regular bank account, and there was dollars sitting in my account. I just sat at my desk and cried. I called my husband. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I sent him pictures. I'm like, do you think this is a scam? I mean, you just don't know nowadays. But it said Department of Veterans Affairs, so I'm like, I don't know. The first thing I did was pulled out my tithes, which of course hurts because dollars is not a small amount of tithing. And I was just like, okay, God, like I've been faithful. I'm going to keep being faithful because you seriously just showed up. And it took almost a month for me to transfer all the money, but wildly enough, at the end of the month, once all the money was from one bank account into the other, I still had dollars. Like, I went back and looked at it. I had my husband look at it. I had my daughter look at it. I'm like, we're doing the math, and the math just wasn't mathing. I knew that this was God showing his fidelity to me when he said, I will pour out so much blessing that there will not be enough room for you to store it. The definition of fidelity is showing faithfulness to someone or something to which one is bound by pledge or duty. When you bind yourself to Christ, he shows himself faithful. Psalm 116:12 and 14 says, what shall I return to the Lord for all his goodness to me? I will fulfill my vows to the Lord in the presence of all of his people. So I'm here testifying, even though I hate being up here. God is faithful to us, and we need to be faithful to him in our tithes. That he's fulfilling, that this is fulfilling our vows to the Lord.